with Bruce Rowland, and again, this is a great example of the diversity and the skill base that Bruce has in relation to art. We know him as painter and a drawer of multimedia, and but another aspect of Bruce is marionette. And who do we have sitting on your knee today, Bruce?
This is the Lord Mayor from Sleeping Beauty.
Right, and what's the significance of the Lord Mayor of Sleeping Beauty?
Oh, he's a pompous old twit that announces when all the important guests arrive at the palace, etc., etc. Yeah, he's a lovely puppet. I just love the way that the head's been painted. It was actually painted by a dear friend of mine. Normally, I just sort of slosh the paint on, but a dear friend who has a lot of who actually was my teacher in puppetry. He sat down and just took his time painting the face and did such a fabulous job that it's become a bit of a favourite. This puppet's become a bit of a favourite of mine.
Well, that's brilliant. And you actually made the puppet, do you?
Yes. They're built from scratch. The head's modelled in clay, cast in fiberglass because it's light, hard and strong. The hands are carved out of timber. We have padded bodies. We have hinged legs. The actual movement of the marionette is such that we can imitate very close to natural movements of a human figure. So they're actual marionettes that are built for theatre. They're not just things which bounce around at the end of strings.
And clothing, you select that, or?
Well, I had a wonderful person that used to dress my marionettes. She's passed away sadly, but it was wonderful because I could just take the puppet over in its raw state, so to speak, and give it to her and say, this is such and such a character, maybe think about a little bit about colours and that. And then I'd go back a week or so later and it was exactly how I wanted it. And it was so important to have that sort of person that you could trust.
Well, and of course, not only are you designer and maker of these, you perform with the puppet.
Yes, I had my training with the Marionette Theatre of Australia back in 1966-67. I toured with them throughout Asia through a 7-month tour, and there is where I learnt the skill of manipulating the puppets, and also learnt a lot of the skills with marionette theatre per se, so that the whole workings of working with the set, with soundtracks, lighting, everything from top to bottom. That was where my skills came from. And also in '72 I formed my own puppet company up here in Newcastle.